Hello, Francesca Ragucci here. I am talking about a personal subject today. Something I honestly never thought I was going to do in my past life. I am now on life number 2. I had a recent near-death experience on December 14th, 2019. After this video, go to the Sudden Courage playlist on my YouTube channel, Francesca Ragucci. Make sure to hit subscribe, make sure to follow, and make sure to tune in every Wednesday and Sunday, or Sunday and Wednesday, depending on your week, and listen to the videos. So, I had an epiphany very recently and decided to get a tattoo, right? And for me, it's 1. However, for you, looking at me, it may be 2. Hand tattoos. So here's tattoo number 1, Survivor, and here's tattoo number 2. That's the date. So it's 12/14/2019. And the reason why it may be appearing backwards or upside down, however, to you, is because the tattoo is facing me. The tattoo is on my hand, so I'm able to see it all the time and just revel in its beauty, which I really love. It's super beautiful. I'm going to go into some of the details about why I chose to get the tattoo and some symbolic reasons behind the tattoo. So thank you, first of all, to Old Media Tattoo for providing me the beautiful tattoos. I'm literally obsessed with them. I may do another tattoo video about the experience of getting a tattoo. This one is more of the symbolism and meaning behind the tattoos as opposed to, my tattoo experience. But I will say it was an absolute pleasure getting this tattoo. There was minimal pain. It felt really good. Like I said, it was more pleasurable. But I'll go into more details about my tattoo experience, my first tattoo, in another video. Back to the symbolism. So I'm going to go in a bit of a short brief about the experience. So on December 14th, 2019, I had a near-death experience. This was my first encounter with literally having my life and death hanging by a thread, and being so stoic in a scary way in that moment, just freezing in fear, feeling nothing, feeling numbing. All I could do was see. My hands were on the steering wheel, my feet were planted on the floor, I had my seatbelt on, and I just let the universe take hold at the time as the car I was driving hydroplaned as I was getting onto an exit in the highway, and it spun 180. The momentum had the car grabbing air and flipping upside down and rolling down the highway exit. And gratefully I had my seatbelt on, and I was physically well, however psychologically still experiencing post-trauma stress. It's called PTSD, and it's 3 months since the event, and I will say, some days are better than others. However, a lot of questioning about life and depth, and a lot happening with me that you will learn in the Sudden Courage series, which you can watch after this video. That's my month-to-month update about my healing and recovery, which I feel will be either long-term or lifetime healing and recovery from this, because it's highly impactful in my brain, in my psychological system and physiology. So now back to the tattoo. I chose to get the tattoo on my hands because I wanted to see it at all times. I wanted to just look down, and anytime I'm feeling nervous, scared, to look at these tattoos, which I'm looking at right now, and just get that essence of being a survivor and really experiencing something that could have ended my life forever or could have altered the way I physically am. And gratefully I can walk, I can talk, I still look the same. So in those other moments, which are less scary than that near-death experience, I can just take a breath and really revel in the beauty of these tattoos because they're absolutely gorgeous. When I was meeting with the tattoo artist, I told him 2 things. I had the desire, I had the graphic design, the font I selected, which interestingly enough, the font Survivor is the font of my first and last name in my business, which I really love that font. It's a very pretty cursive. So just so you can see. And then these are Roman numerals, which for those of you who are regular subscribers, Roman numerals appear in progress. I like Roman numerals because they're mysterious. And that's it. They're not super obvious. Numbers are super obvious. Anyone can read numbers. I mean, people who have the capability to see and read are able to read numbers. And reading a Roman numeral, a lot of times you have to like literally peer over and take a minute to read it or even look up what it means. So I like the mystique of the tattoos. Same thing with the word survivor. I really like the mystique of it because for me it's personal. You know, tattoos a lot of times for people are personal. For me, this is very personal. I chose to get it in between my thumb and my index finger because when I'm driving, the tattoo direction goes into the steering wheel, and as I was flipping in the air, even having the whole event play out, my hands were on the steering wheel the whole time, and that's where I chose to put it. So I really like it here. And I told him, my desire is to have these tattoos be pretty and feminine and accentuate me. So more of an extension to my personality as a way to show that I experienced something and to walk around and be that person. Because that's who I am. You know, getting into more of a darker space, a different space than like this happy-go-lucky energy is like, I really experienced almost being taken away from here. I am living with a different interpretation of human mortality, and the human experience is very different for me than perhaps someone who has not experienced a near-death experience or something very traumatic out-of-body experience. So I have a desire to be around humans and have this on me so I feel free and not trapped. Like I'm not going into different scenes with people and, you know, whether it's the park with some people walking around or a party or something and feeling like I have to hold this story within and I can let it out without necessarily vocalizing it. So for me, getting the tattoos is me setting my heart free and setting myself free without having to talk about it. Even though someone is very likely, whether it's a friend or a romantic partner, a boyfriend, meaning, or, you know, acquaintances, a clerk at a store, they're very likely, people who see me often are likely to ask me about the tattoo. And I'm super grateful to start talking about it. However, some people may not. So I'm okay with that. It's really only been a couple of days. So I'm still newer to it. I have yet to really have all the herds of people coming over and asking about the tattoo because it's so new. So that's why I got my tattoo, and it's super symbolic for me. And I got it for me. That's why it faces me at all times. So it's like for you to read the tattoo and fully take it in, you have to be next to me. I also got it, you know, in a romantic sense, I got it because a boyfriend who is with me will, you know, they'll hold my hand and they'll, without me vocalizing it, they'll feel the energy that I have. And they'll feel, you know, they'll intuitively be, you know, supportive energies with me and help me heal and recover. So it's a symbol without being so vocal about everything. It's just like they can look at it, I can look at it, and we have something in common. Something in common meaning sort of a symbol of like my existence here, basically. So it can be a connector, it can be a way for sort of like something that's very silent but very loud at the same time. And it's just a way for me to say, like, I need help. You know, please help me. Please be a support for me because of this experience. So it feels really good because it's symbolic in many different ways. It's symbolic because it faces me. It's symbolic because when I have my hands on the steering wheel, the writing is going right into the wheel. It's symbolic because the fonts and the style of the tattoo, the Roman numerals, the cursive, is very me. I really love it. I'm a Gemini, so I think I got 2 different tattoos, you know, on each hand. I wanted to get 2 because I would have felt unbalanced. So I feel the Gemini energy is coming in because of the twins. So like one half of me is cursive and the other half of me is print Roman numerals. So that may be another reason. I love astrology. I'm obsessed. And another reason is to have it be a way for a boyfriend, romantic boyfriend, to support me without me necessarily having to vocalize it so much, and it just being a constant reminder, because that individual will hold my hand. This is an example of me holding my hand. You know, so whoever comes into contact with these hands, the hands on the face are very energetic parts of the body. So whoever holds the hand for a long time, that means you're really connected with that individual for that time. And it's just gonna make my heart smile and really make me super happy to have support. And also, you know, having this tattoo be a constant reminder and feeling so free and being able to just look at it and smile. And also just have it for me. You know, I have this tattoo for me. And before the near-death experience, I had no desire for a tattoo. And after the near-death experience, about 2 months after, just over 2 months, I really felt the desire for getting a tattoo. And I found the location super easily, went in for a couple consultations. The tattoo was a great process. I really loved getting it. It was a pleasure. And I'm so grateful to be able to share my symbolic tattoo story with you. Again, I will share another video that's more about like my first tattoo, you know, like the process of actually getting the tattoo and how it felt and things like that, and answering some tattoo questions, because now I'm in club tattoo, which kind of feels really good. Another reason why I got it is because I'm refinding my self-identity, and now I'm edgy and a little bit of a bad ASS because I have a tattoo on my hand. I have 2 tattoos. I have 1 on each hand. So now I'm edgy. So I came back a little edgy. That's okay. I like it that way. All right, so thanks for watching. See you next time.